Yeah. What's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here with the PickDawgz Morning Show here on this beautiful money-making Monday, man. First Monday of the month. Hey, man, new month, new goals, new opportunities, and I'm ready to attack it, man. Ready to hit the ground running. Um, got the franchise player with me here today. Got Kosty here with me today. No Jeremy. He's out having surgery. Everybody wish Jeremy get well soon. He'll be back soon. So yeah, it's just us for the day. We got, what is it, 13 games from Major League Baseball. So not a full card, but pretty much, still got a lot of meat on the bone, plenty of money making spots, plenty of things to talk about. Chris, what's happening, my man? How you doing this morning?
I'm doing all right. It was a decent decent Sunday. Did have a bit of an odd day yesterday. I hit the sampler. I had a walk-off loss. I had a extra innings loss. I had a it was just one of those days. But you know what? That's fine. We start the new week strong today. I found a bunch of plays today that I really like. So we'll break it down. We'll talk about the spots that I like today. But yeah, ready to make some money to start the week strong.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Kosty, good morning, sir. How are you?
Going well. Came off a really good weekend, profitable on all the different groups that we associate with, whether it was Big Al, Yang. We have an underdog channel that Eric manages. Clean sweep across the board for the week. The weekend is just a couple days. So I like to look at it at least on a minimum of a 7-day cycle. So it's good to finally get in the groove. I feel like in June wasn't really there. It was a struggle bus, like Chris said, just unfortunate circumstances with walk-offs and late innings, heroics with 2 outs left in the ninth. The team scores and then takes them to overtime. Takes them to extra innings. And so without that, finally getting some footing here consistently, honestly, for like the last month. So excited to break it down today and just really pumped up for college football starting this month. I haven't been on the show yet. Actually, no, August 1st was Friday. I was on an August show, but and August 23rd, we have real college football. Real football. So can't wait.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Money making Monday. Yesterday I went 0-2 official. I had the Tigers. They fought. Oh man, Morton, he pitched well. They just took an L. Was what it was. Attack plus money. I love doing it. We're gonna keep doing it. Just took an L in that spot. Shout out to Phillies. And in the dub, the Aces did bounce back after getting aired out by 60. They beat up on the Valkyrie yesterday. I was on the Valk, so a little 0-2 day, man. Is what it was. Be what it be. Getting back on the horse today, ready to attack the board. Y'all know me, man. I've been really good in the bounce back spots. I love the bounce back spots. So it's a bounce back money making Monday for me. And so let's do it, fellas. Let's do it. Was there anything that happened over the weekend that you guys might?
Oh, huge news. Luca got the extension and went backstage with the Backstreet Boys. I mean, that's something it's big news.
And it's big news. Shout out to the Don. Glad to see my guy with a franchise that believes in him. And if he's the caliber player that I believe he is, he's going to bring them not one, but I think a couple championships in his tenure there. I think he's one of the best players in the league. And I think he earned the motivation that he needed to push him over the edge over this past season. And we'll see. We'll see.
Skinny Luca.
Yes.
Kind of like skinny Malik.
Yeah, right. Right. Shout out Skinny Malik, man.
Skinny Malik, man, was balling last year preseason.
He was. He balled in the regular season a little bit too.
A little bit, yeah.
Shout out Skinny Malik, man. Yeah, the Parsons news, pretty much. Same thing. I got the same narrative that I said the other day. I'm not moved by it. And Jerry Jones pretty much came out and reiterated that this is not the NBA. This is the NFL, where the teams, the franchises, the owners have all the power. like he said, I've heard this tactic a million times where a player requests a trade because they don't feel like they're getting what they deserve to be paid. I think Jerry did a good job of reiterating, hey, he's still getting paid a really handsome link bag to play this season. We offered him a contract earlier. He didn't really accept it. So here we are. The power's in Jerry's boat. Yes, I know a lot of people hate the way Jerry does things. At the end of the day, if I was an owner, if I had that much money, I probably would do things on my own accord the way I would want to too. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you would too. Could it be done better? Of course. Can we do anything about it? No. Do I think Parsons ultimately will be traded? Hell no. I think Jerry ultimately is going to cave like he did with Dak, like he did with CD, and he's going to give Parsons a bag. And we'll see what happens. So that's my outlook on it. I don't think it means much in the grand scheme of things. Micah has no power. He used his power, which was requesting a trade. That's pretty much the length of what he can do at this point. And the Cowboys, unless they get the absolute farm from somebody, like multiple first-round picks, I don't even think it's a question if they're even thinking about trading. So that's my thoughts on that.
Bama boy, I don't know what football you watch, but Parsons a bum and Lamb, you're just a hater because those two are the top of the top, man. I don't know. Some people just say things just to say things. You should be ashamed, says Bama boy. You should know better about football if you're from Bama, right? Guess not. Guess not. Chris, you don't even have to answer that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll take Parsons. If anybody's giving out a Parsons, I'll take him.
No, you can't have him.
I'll take Lamb. And
can't have him. We'll be talking football this month, like Kosty said. We'll talk some preseason later on this week. I did start my preseason debut off 0-1. We'll get it back in blood. We'll get it back.
I'm retiring 0-1.
You're done? He's hanging it up. Man.
If you're betting preseason, you really just have to go on history. Like, if you know historically teams are good in preseason by the coaching staff, that's what you really have to go on. You can't go off the players. You don't know who's playing. You can't go off the home field advantage. It doesn't exist. It's like, what's your baseline?
For me, somebody who's been profitable betting preseason over the last, 3 seasons, the reason I love it so much is because I love the art of what I do. And the art of what I do is finding edges and handicapping. I love that. In preseason, you have to do that. There's no just,
I'm curious, how do you attack preseason? Like, what's your thought process?
There's multiple things you can do to attack preseason. First, you need to assess the roster. You need to know depth. You need to know who's starting, and you throw them out the equation. You likely won't see them. So then you're looking at 2s, 3s, and 4s. You're looking for position battles, guys that are on the fringe and that are playing for contracts and longevity in a league that has, a short span, I think 2 to 3 years. So, a lot of guys are playing for their livelihood, and you can take advantage of specific spots, specific situations, and specific things. You could look at coaching record, although I don't think that means as much as a lot of other people think it does. You can look at one of the huge things I love looking at is coaches' quotes, the tea leaves from the local stations, like what's going on in camp, how teams are playing, how much time the seconds or 3s are preparing to do. You have to actually get into the nitty-gritty of looking for information. And that's why I love preseason. I feel like if you do enough looking for the information, you could find it enough to get it a little bit in your favor. Now, do I bet the preseason the same way I bet regular season anything? Of course not. I have a way smaller bankroll for preseason than I do for anything else. But do I think that you can find advantages in certain games and be profitable betting preseason? I do. So it's not for everybody. You can lose money betting preseason thinking you know it all. But if you put in the work, you can find slight advantages that you could take advantage of. football is one of the toughest markets to beat anyway.
Right.
Everybody knows that. So, like I said, it's not for the weak-hearted, but if you put in the work, I think you can turn a slight profit betting preseason for sure.
Yeah, and I like to hear it. Just because I don't do it doesn't mean I think it's a no-no. That's why there's so many different ways you could peel an onion on this channel where everybody has a different outlook, a different approach, a different strategy. Me personally, I just stay away from it. I just don't see enough consistency because I'm a line value shopper. So if I'm looking for EV, there's no EV in preseason. You got to throw that out. So from what you're doing, I respect it. I mean, did I know Trey Lance was going to play 3+ quarters? No.
I
mean,
did.
It's hard to get that data out, but if you can find it like you did,
and I still was on the other side. That was one of the main reasons. He was going to play 3 quarters, and DJU was going to play the last. But hey, he played well, and I was wrong. Shout out to him. We'll see. Like I said, I'm 0-1 thus far this season, but it was the Hall of Fame game. We still got 3 weeks of it.
No, just blame it. You didn't have home field advantage, whatever you took. blame Canton for that. So it's coming up, man. I mean, it's first week is always more of a judgment zone. I used to back in the day, I did actually attack preseason, but I would attack week 3 because you knew you would get at least when they had 4 games, you would at least have the starters play for the first half. So you could really attack that game knowing you're getting good value with enough starters out there. But now, I always play the devil's advocate. Like, are you going to play and not get hurt? Or are you not going to play and still get hurt because you didn't have the reps? That's always been the big question with NFL. If these guys don't play and they come out week 1 and they get hurt because they didn't play, do they need the reps at some point? And then if the guy gets hurt in preseason, why did you give him the reps?
Now preseason, like I said, you start with looking at the roster and you look at the starters and you throw them out. The starters are likely not playing any preseason action anymore. So that's why you're looking for the depth. Who's the 2, 3s, and 4s? Are there position battles? Who's playing for their livelihood? It's kind of one of the main angles I like looking at. So we'll see. But yeah, if you're trying to base preseason on starters, you're gonna have a long, because even if they play, they're playing a quarter at max, and then you're basically going into the pathy starting pitcher argument. So yeah, it's all about depth in preseason. Depth, and trying to figure out how long that depth is going to play based on what the coaches and the local media kind of is providing. It's the best information.
I used to bet a lot of preseason. I used to, but then I got tired of trying to read and try to sort out the game inside the game, where coaches say, "Oh, they're going to play the first half. They'll play way more in the first quarter. They'll see snaps in the second quarter. It's one series to start the second quarter, then they get pulled, and it's like you're stuck with Tim Boyle."
That's what I'm telling you. So that's what you're looking for.
That's why I kind of just backed off. I was like, you know what, I can look into depth, and I agree with you. It's all about depth, 100%, especially a quarterback.
That's it. That's all.
But also, like with football right now, you got to look at the new coordinators. Like the Lions threw out a completely new coordinator, a lot of false starts, a lot of penalties, a lot of adjustments, learning a new offense. That's going to bleed into the beginning of the season.
That plays
a completely new offense.
Part in it, yes, but again, not as much as you would think, because you're dealing with a lot of backups. You're dealing with depth. So
I'm not saying that it's going to still bleed into.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying I would say don't take anything you see in preseason and think it's going to translate to the regular season, because it's not. It's 2 totally different things. It's basically like, this is how I kind of look at college football. I mean, kind of preseason. It's like college football 2.0.
That's like D-League.
Nobody cares.
It's like D-League.
Yeah, but nobody cares.
But nobody cares. Yeah. It's a kid. It's for the kids.
Yeah.
It's for the
you know,
kids.
we're just looking for depth. Look for depth. And look for how long they're playing, and ask yourself, do you trust Tim Boyle for 2 quarters against, third and fourth stringers? That's the question. But we ain't got no preseason today, man. We could talk about preseason later on in the week when it pops up. I think we got 3 games on Thursday, 3 games on Friday, something like that. And so some Saturday games. So it'll be interesting. We'll be talking preseason later on in the week. Today, no WNBA either today, man. Just baseball. WNBA back to taking Mondays off. Let's do it. Let's talk some baseball.
I got one thing. I got something stuck in my craw from yesterday. I got to go on a soapbox quickly.
Stuck in your what?
Stuck in my craw. I'm gonna ask you guys this. I want people to answer this in the comments. Take away what we do. If you were just a random person, just Joe Schmo, and you were looking to bet with a sports book, would you want to sign up with a sports book that gives you better odds, or that takes care of their customers? And when I say better odds, I mean marginally better.
I know where you're going with this, and so here's my I'm going better odds because me personally, I'm more often than not, I'm not betting extraness. I'm not. So it doesn't come into factor with me all that often to where situations where a game needs to be voided or something like that pops up for me. So most of the time I'm money line spread. Very rarely do I even do total. So for me, better odds.
You know my answer. I don't even have to tell you.
For me, I'd like to say both.
Well, you can't. Well, you didn't say both. You said one or the other.
So, anyways, this is.
What do you mean? You said one or the other.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden you have to start going with Captain Obvious. Like, you didn't even let me finish. You went all Kanye.
I was the third. I was the third.
Swift.
You finished. Then Jay went. Then it was me. So I had a lot of time for you to finish.
Anyways, no, what I was saying was, okay, fine, Kosty, you go. I'll get to this quickly after.
I went after Jay. I'm good. I don't know. Go ahead, finish your statement.
Look, because here's the thing. Everybody's seen the stuff with the Chase Burns strikeout prop and all the props with all this stuff that happened with the Cincinnati game. FanDuel should be ashamed of themselves with how they handled this. You've got all these people saying, oh, void the bets. I understand, you FanDuel, you got to try to do what's best for them. But at the same time, you're a company that made $5.8 billion in revenue in 2024. You're going to lose more people by pulling the stunt that you pulled. You're all worried about posting about Michael Parsons trends, Paul Skeens trends, putting out a promo about, the game itself. But now, like I said, you're going to lose more customers because of that stunt. So that's just me. That's just my thoughts. I would rather have a book that, I'd rather sacrifice 5 cents on the dollar for a book that's going to do right by its customers because of how many times we see stuff happen during baseball season, how many times we see postponements, how many times we're in injury or in an era now where player injuries happen far more often, and with the player prop markets growing in popularity. So,
Chris,
sorry, that's just my
the books don't give a shit about us.
I know they don't, but they should.
Don't give a shit. They limit us. Anytime we find an edge, they try to take it away from you. Anytime you have whatever they did with the group parlay, they're the ones that come on there and say, Gronk comes, hey, let's do a group Gronk parlay. And then when somebody comes on and on social media and says, join my group parlay, and they all hit, now it's not allowed. Same thing with getting limited. I mean, you you find value and you're a sharp bettor and you're constantly winning, no, you're not allowed to win and bet more. You have to bet less. They're never going to be in our favor. We got to figure out ways to get around the BS.
And I'm kind of a Kosty in this one. I get it for all those people, that are upset. It does suck. And, I understand it. But again, for somebody like me who doesn't bet that way often, it's very rarely where something like that will pop up for me. And then on the flip side, I'm not looking for a handout anyway. It's gambling, bro. You're gambling at the end of the day. So that there's a multitude of risk that could go wrong, that could cause you to lose. For whatever circumstance it could be, whether it's a rainout, whether it's an injury, whether it's anything. You're gambling at the end of the day, and you got to be ready to take the loss and the risk that come along with it. So
I disagree with the term handout. I understand where you're coming from with it, but I also think that it's like you're going into it with good faith, thinking that a player's going to play a full game. And I get that injuries happen, but that's why I think a lot of people are going to flock elsewhere. Now they see that a couple of other sports books are offering like early exit strategy or promotions where, it's like, for me, it's just, I get what you guys are saying, that the sports books don't care, but they will care when a lot of that revenue goes elsewhere.
Where's it going to go?
Okay. So the one sports book we talked about in particular, how many other sports books do we know that do player props?
Good amount.
Okay. They'll find somewhere to go. Like I've already seen like a bunch of people on that one post.
No. For me, I think because I gotta think on the bigger scale. If you're moving books specific, I use multiple books anyway. But if you're moving books specifically for player props, like player props are just not that big of a market for me. And I don't know how big of a market that is for some people. Like for you, Chris, how big of a market is player props in the grand scheme of thing and all the bets you place? 10%, 5%,
quarter,
25%. You would say in props?
I've definitely increased
Way
the
less.
amount of player props that I bet in recent years.
So
Sports books thrive off of parlays. All of their revenue comes from parlays.
So
I'm saying the amount, if you just go onto any social media platform, most notably, tell me someone I didn't know. If you go on any social media platform, mostly Twitter now, and you go into the sports betting space where people are posting slips daily, what they're not necessarily posting anymore the traditional money line spread parlay.
You know why? You know why?
I understand, but what I'm saying is that
so that's what I'm. But that's our job here, is for a general education. If you're betting props as a way to make money, I think you're losing anyway. Like,
so do I.
I don't do props for real. Like, the market is, I think, tailored toward the books. The prize picks, the underdogs. I'm sorry to name books and stuff like that. If you betting that shit, bro, you're getting smashed. You're getting cooked. It's terrible. And I think if you're parlaying props, all of that, bro, it's terrible. It's terrible. I'm sorry. I don't usually say these things out loud, but I genuinely believe that. Like, I'm a pro. I'm a pro at the end of the day. We're pros. And we gotta let the Joes know that shit is bad, And if you're looking, this is just my thought process. I could be, y'all could say I'm wrong, Chris. I'm sorry if you think, but if you're betting props like that and you're looking for a handout because you lost, then it was probably a bad bet anyway. It's all about betting discipline. It's all about bankroll management. All of these things coming to becoming a professional, not just knowing what game to bet, how much I made from this game. It's all of it into it all. So I'm not saying don't bet props. I'm not saying you can't bet money betting props, but I'm saying you have to know the risks that come along with it. And to me, it's not a big enough sample size for me to care all that often about moving my book. And that was your first question.
I agree. But the thing is, we can't put blinders on that player props aren't going to exist anymore. Fair. So I'm saying that, while I agree with you that, as professionals, we don't necessarily key in on player props. The fact of the matter is that people are still going to bet them. As we joke on the show about how we try to save each other. You tried to save me yesterday from betting the Pirates under. Still did it. But reality is that you can lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink. We can tell people not to bet player props. We can tell them not to bet parlays. but they're still going to anyways. So
Yeah,
if they're still going to,
they're going to do it
even player
regardless.
props, they're still going to do it. So I'm just like I said, I think that if FanDuel wants to play that card, then like I said, I think people are going to go elsewhere. So that was just my
at the end of the day, Chris, the more they expand their markets to all these basically lottery ticket style betting, they're going to keep doing it. It all started from the Super Bowl. It was originally they only opened it up to the Super Bowl, and you could do like 200 props, but the limits are small. Now they're exploring where you could do every single type of prop on every single type of game, and you're basically just getting smoked by the books long term. And why do they, on all these websites, why do they post these parlay tickets? Like if I would have, and I've said this before, if somebody hit the Mega Millions in California and somebody online posted their winning numbers, I wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
But if somebody from California decided to hit a 10-team parlay for $5 that paid $150,000, why do you think those tickets get posted by those sites? Because they want you to bet that style.
Of course.
And everybody thinks they could hit a lottery ticket.
No, I don't disagree with you at all. I understand there, like I said, there's a game within a game, but like I said, I want everybody to do well, and when that kind of stuff happens, it's just like it's a little bit frustrating. That was the only point I was trying to get at.
I get your argument. My only argument to counter your argument was you got to know what come with it, and that's
you have to know the risk with everything, 100%.
And you were on the wrong side of the stick this time, But over the grand scheme of things, if you have you a system with betting props, you have you a good winning system, then just like when I push or just like when I lose to a buzzer beater on a money line or a spread, my systems I know are good. It'll factor out and it'll all be all right in the end, So that's all I'm saying. And I don't think personally leaving a book for that is the question. Your first question was odds or, and for me, it would be odds every day because I know they don't care about me anyway.
I think people care about convenience, and they're not going to leave the book because of convenience. Something is easy to get your money in and out. You're going to get paid on your withdrawal. You're basically dealing with almost like a brick and mortar in your state. It's a legitimate company. I see it hard. I mean, you see the new style, which is, all these sports books that are popping up in non-legal states that are, they call it basically, I forgot the term for it, but basically you're buying tokens to bet. I don't know if you've heard of those yet, but
those are big in like my state because I live in Texas, non-gambling.
Yeah,
so huge. But like,
they have that for poker and they have that for sports books now.
A lot of my friends, I just be, I'll leave it alone. I could teach a whole class on why all that shit is terrible and why I'm so far against it. I swear I could. But hey, I digress, man. Let's talk some money lines and spreads and totals. What I love.
And props. Clearly, I don't learn.
Fair, man. Let's do it. We start our day in Miami. We're in Miami, turning up another notch. This is the hype train team right now, man. If you don't know, now you know. We're no longer in Toronto. We've been cooling, vacation vibes, feeling good. All aboard the hype train, man. Shout out to Miami. They're favored at home today over the Houston Astros. The pitching matchup is Sandy Alcantara on the mound versus Alexander for the Astros. We have the Twins, the 50-50 Twins. They're out on the road facing the Detroit Tigers. Casey Mize on the mound for the Tigers. Tigers, $1.75, $1.80 home favorites. We got the Giants and the Pirates. Old man Verlander's on the mound. On the other side is a Vito. Is he like a bullpen guy? Right?
He was a starter. He's making a season debut, it looks like. I was sitting there when I saw that name pop up. I'm like, did I fade him or did I bet on him?
I couldn't really remember either. So let's see.
Hasn't pitched since 2023. So let me look.
Fair enough. And we have Kosty's team. Would be Kosty and Jeremy's team. No Jeremy today, so just Kosty's. Povich on the mound for the Orioles. Knock knock.
Who?
Jesus.
Jesus who?
Jesus Luzardo is going to kick the crap out of the Orioles today. Or at least he's favored to do so. Minus 200. Home favorites in this one. 4-game slot. Chris, how are you feeling to start today, my man?
In the words of Will Smith, welcome to Miami. Give me the Marlins. I'm buying in. This team's got their sights set on a legitimate wild card spot now, and it's not crazy to think that they could challenge for it. Am I concerned that every time I'm ready to give Sandy the benefit of the doubt, he poops the bed? Yeah, a little bit. But someone in because I did the video for this game, and someone in the comments said, "Oh, well, you didn't mention the Astros offense," and they didn't, and they got Carlos Correa and Jesus Sanchez. The reason I didn't mention them, what good has it done the Astros? They just got swept in Boston, and now you go to Miami, who's feeling confidence right now after their sweep of the Yankees, the only team in Major League history, by the way, the winning record against the Yankees. Granted, it's a 49-game sample size, but first sweep of the Yankees in franchise history. I think they feel some confidence here. I like the Marlins in this one. Give me the under in Phillies Orioles. First 5 and full game. The thing for me is you just got two teams that have been struggling against lefties this season. I think this is just gonna be a lower scoring game. I can see like a 4-3, 4-2 kind of game. So I like the under in Phillies and Orioles.
From the franchise. Kosty, how we feeling first slot of the day?
I feel like we missed the train here with the Marlins. I know they're in a good spot. I know they're a team that's, like Chris said, actively up there to make a wild card potentially. But now that they're favored at home, everybody's on them. Sandy has been playing better of late. In the last 5, his ERA has dropped 2 runs. I just still don't trust him. And Houston, as bad as they have been playing, they could still tag him up, and this could easily be a Houston-style game to open the series. I think Miami's the better team right now, but look, Houston is 62-50 for a reason. I'm gonna fade Chris here. I'm gonna take Houston here, getting the plus money.
And I'm fading you because that shit don't even make sense. You think they can tag up the Marlins? With what offense? You talking about the team that just had 1 run, 3 runs, 1 run the last couple of days? You talking about the money Marlins?
Exactly the reason why they can bounce back.
Hot as hell, hot as fish grease. We favored here for a reason. If
you're late to the train, you're late.
You're late. All aboard the hype train. The hype train is pushing along for a reason. Everybody keep talking this about the Marlins, this and that. We back to 500. We got all the most profitable pitchers in baseball. The Astros are just on a downturn right now, man. They're not playing all that well. I don't think that they're going to light up Sandy today. The Marlins kept Sandy for a reason. They kept him because he's going to be the lead charge man for this wild card push. I told y'all, the Yankees better watch out before they get jumped. And y'all laughed at me. Y'all laughed. And here we are, bro. The Marlins might do the damn thing, man. The money Marlins. Y'all know this is my team. Y'all know I be rocking with them. And we're favored here for a reason, man. The Astros not playing well, and the Marlins, through pretty much whatever lens you want to look at it through, it would take me forever to line it down. Through whatever lens you want to look at it through, the Marlins are playing well right now. And I think it continues today. Now, I think this will be an interesting series. Let me see who's on deck in this week. Tomorrow is we on the Marlins again tomorrow, and then We got Quantrill tomorrow, then Junk after that. Do we pull out the brooms again? I got to keep it rolling with the Marlins. I have to. The value doesn't scare me. The Astros on the road don't scare me. The Astros offensively right now don't scare me. Marlins. Pirates, Orioles. I mean, Phillies, Orioles. I like the Phillies here. I don't like the price. That's it. That's all really for me here. It's not a premium style game. Nothing I'm rushing to the window to bet. For the people that do like, your lottery money line tickets, I wouldn't be mad at a Phillies money line going on the ticket. They should win this game behind Jesus. But the Orioles, they're still a talented, sneaky team. And when they're dogs, I don't fade them too often. I mainly like to fade Baltimore when they're favorites because they're overrated, overvalued. But that's not really the case here in this series, going up against one of the best teams in baseball, the Phillies. So just nothing for me to really attack here. I do think Jesus pitches well. I do think the Phillies are the better team. But -1.5 run line is just not my style play. That's all I really like here in this first slot. I don't like this Giants-Pirates game. I'm just cool on that. I guess I would talk myself on the Pirates money line trying to fade old man Verlander, but just because we've done that all season long, but I'm not really sure what to expect from a Vito. And honestly, if Verlander was going to have a good outing, if he was going to have one, it would be against the trash-ass Pirates offense. You feel me? So they've been playing better of recent. We'll get the Pirates offense some credit. And that's why I lean towards them getting plus money. Oh, Verlander favorite on the road is crazy, but I don't love it. And Tigers, Twins. The Twins are just a bad team. We're fading them. Tigers going to get their act back together. People act like the Tigers are just the worst team in baseball all of a sudden. Like they still don't have one of the best records in baseball. They lost last night. They fought hard, though. And I think that's going to be the Tigers for the remainder of the season. They're going to fight hard. So, you know what? Give me a Phillies-Tigers 2-team parlay. It's ugly. The odds aren't great. But they both should get a dub today. They both should get a win. We'll see. All right. That's the first slot of the day, man. We keep it rolling. We have the Kosty faded to Marlins. I can't believe it.
I just think we're late. We're late to still. This is the time where, I don't love the game. But if you put a gun in my head and I had to bet it, I would fade them today. That's all I'm saying.
I get the, they're on this big winning streak. I'm like
the value too. You were getting plus money with them on this huge winning streak.
I get it. They're on a huge winning streak. They're not, the most talented team in baseball. The other shoe's going to drop eventually. But I think my thought process, I don't think it's as big as you think because of the teams. If this was Marlins Pirates, Marlins Brewers, Marlins, Reds, small team, I would buy more into that. But over the Astros, Houston, I think
they have it in them. You keep saying the Astros are like they're nobodies.
I'm not saying that. No, I'm saying that like they are somebody. So the fact that they are favored over somebody speaks volume. Like Houston is one of those
playing well. They've been playing well, and it's a trendy sport, and the lines are based on trends in baseball.
But I'm the same guy that subscribes to the fact that certain teams just get love because of who they are, and the Astros are one of those. Astros, Dodgers, Yankees, Braves are the 4 teams in base. Mets are the 5 teams that just, based on who they are, get line respect.
They do. And they've proven it. They've proven it over the years to get that line respect.
Fair, exactly. And even this season, which was supposed to be a down season for Houston, still have one of the best records in baseball. but Dawgz on the road in Miami?
I don't trust Sandy. A lot of the other pitchers on that rotation, I trust a lot more. There's a reason why he didn't get traded at the deadline. A lot of people had a shot to go out and grab him and see if it could help him win the World Series, and nobody splurged for him.
Yeah. He's going to lead the Marlins to the playoffs. Let's do it. Chris,
I like the narrative. I like it.
What are the odds for the Marlins to make the playoffs right now today?
You go to a book I actually trust. Give me a second here.
He's not going to let this go. Where you going to Black Bings?
Yeah, Black Bings. Give me a sec. Oh
Okay.
shit! I did. Let's see. To make the playoffs, Jay, we're going in on this.
What is it?
Plus 2,500.
Come on, bro. All aboard? All aboard the hype train? Like these are the hype trains I like being on, man.
I'm okay. I could throw a couple shekels on it. I'm feeling it. I'm with you guys.
Thank you.
I'm
These are the hype trains I like being on. Because if we right, we right.
But the hype train pays on this one.
Yeah.
We're getting on the hype train. I mean, maybe a little too late. We're like, in the middle of the route.
What are they back right now? They're back they're 6 games back. They're basically fighting for 2 spots because let's face it, I don't think the Mets are going to fall out. And I don't think the Phillies are going to fall out as much as I want the Mets to fall out. Padres improved, the Cubs doing well. So it's going to be tough, but it is tough for the Marlins. But I would say if there's any team on the outside looking in right now that has a shot to do it, it's them.
Giants cooked. Cincinnati cooked. Can we catch San Diego? The answer to that question for me is yes.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that San Diego is the team that improved the most at the trade deadline.
It's going to be really hard to catch a seven game split right now.
It's going to be hard.
Really hard.
It's going to be hard.
They would have to go really cold, and the Marlins have to stay really hot. It's asking a lot.
It is.
The Marlins is asking a lot.
Asking a lot. We getting 2,500 though. I'm pretty good with nailing the hype train teams, man. I'm pretty good at it. Pretty good at telling y'all teams at this point of the season, all sports that are going on runs. Just really sit here and think about all the teams that are going on runs.
For me, the one team that I think is the best shot for Miami to make up ground on, and I know I'm going to get roasted for saying this, are the Mets because they play them 7 times the rest of the way. So those are games that have extra weight that they can use to pull themselves back in it. Do I think it's going to happen? I'm not sure. But those games have extra weight. And like I said, and they're a team that the Marlins are chasing. So.
Fair enough. I'm not telling you to put your life savings on. I'm not telling you to load it up. I'm just saying put $100 on the Marlins to make the playoffs. And it's a fun thing to root for down the stretch of baseball. Fun thing to root for during the rest of the dog days. We hit it. You can pay your car note 2 times over.
Depends what kind of car note you got.
Right, true. We got some sharks out there. All right, fun to talk about. Y'all know I love my money Marlins. They're the money Marlins for a reason.
Way best record in baseball. Tied for best record in baseball since the All-Star break.
It's impressive.
Also most prop. Well, I don't know. The White Sox might be a little more profitable.
Just overall?
In that time frame since the All-Star break.
Oh.
All overall, I believe it's the Marlins. Because
I don't have a way of
favored. I want to say they haven't been favored all that often. That's why I love them favored today. They not favored all that often.
I don't have a way of checking profit over a certain time. I only have season long.
Fair.
Miami season long. Yeah, let me just see if there's anybody else above them. I don't think there is. Yeah, there's not. The Marlins are the most profitable team in baseball.
Yeah, Come on,
What
man.
they're 15.
You're up almost
units?
$1,700 on them.
Money
I got 15.77.
Money Marlins, man.
Close
Money-
to 16 units.
Shout out them boys.
I mean, that they should be at a 55 split, even split, 55 split, being dogs as much as they have. That's why Mitch always said bet dogs in baseball. You could literally be 500 and make money.
Yep.
It's hard. It's not easy to identify dogs, but if you have a way to do it, that's the way to go.
Guardians Mets. Saccone versus Sean Money Mania. Royals Red Sox. Bailey Falter versus Bale. Brewers Braves. Priester versus Fede. Reds Cubs. Lodolo Soroka. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 5 and 5. And my favorite team, Texas Rangers, at home at the crib with the Monstars. Not the Monstars, I'm sorry. The Yankees rolling in. They're not the Monstars. Sorry. I don't know why I said that. With the Yankees rolling in. Max French Fries on the mound for the Yankees. Patrick Corbin on the mound for my Rangers. Kosty, you're up first here, my man. How we feeling?
I'm going to take the Boston run line to start. Kansas City, both these teams have been phenomenal over the last 10-game stretch. 8-2 for Boston, 7-3 for Kansas City. We got one of my a pitcher that has a decent ERA, not the best win-loss record with Bayo. 1.29 whip. They just dominate. Boston just dominates Kansas City, especially at home. I'm not going to take them as a favorite on the money line. I'd rather take them on the run line here. And, as history shows, this is going to be another winning series for Boston. Then I'm going to take Milwaukee on the road here against the Braves. The Braves have been ass. There's a reason why they're only 500 at home. They try to make a comeback, getting a lot of the injuries that they had earlier in the season, and that didn't quite happen. Priester's been one of the best guys in that rotation. 10-2 record overall, a 1.23 whip. Just been dominant. He's an inning eater. He just gets you a good 6-7 consistently. The Brewers have been phenomenal in their last 10, and this is the spot usually that Atlanta is better at home versus on the road, but I still like the Brewers here. I know they're a favorite on the road, but Fede has been terrible. I don't trust him. And Brewers put up a lot of runs, so I'll take Milwaukee here. And yes, Pathy he texted me as well. So again, not saying anything. Didn't even have that stat, but I like them as a dog. Don't love them as a favorite.
Fair enough. Yesterday, I said the hype train teams were Milwaukee, Miami, and Chicago. We're currently, well, let me rephrase that. The hot teams in baseball right now are Milwaukee, Chicago, and Miami. Our hype train team is Miami. We're currently vacation stationed in Miami, and we're going to stay there. We thought about last night stopping by Chicago. Glad we didn't stop in there last night. A lot of people were upset. And Milwaukee, though, it's not really a vacation destination, but it's not really a whole lot to do there. We might got to stop through there, man. We might got to stop through there. We might have to. The problem is I ain't doing it. I think the train gets derailed here this series. Crazy enough to say. You remember when I called the Blue Jays series against the Orioles as the, series where the train kind of derailed a bit. It's time to get off. The Orioles at the time were terrible, not a good team. A lot of people sold their stock. They had no longer been overrated, no longer been overvalued. Um, the pitching matchups in certain of them seemed to favor the Blue Jays. It didn't matter. It was just an Orioles style series. I kind of got that same gut feeling about this one and about Atlanta. And y'all know I'm Atlanta's biggest hater. If I'm betting this series, if you give me plus money with Atlanta at home, that's where I'm at. Now I think the Brewers, as well as they're playing, slightly overrated, slightly overvalued. And Atlanta, for as much shit as I've given them this season, I've been fairly consistent with telling y'all. On the road, they're an outright fade. Don't even overcomplicate it. Just fade their ass on the road. You're going to make a very pretty penny. At home, yeah, they kind of got their swag back a little bit. They're still dangerous at home. And I think even with Fede's trash ass in this spot, they're dangerous. And I kind of feel this is a Braves style series. It would be Atlanta for me here. And it would be an Atlanta series bet for me here. Don't love it. I hate it. I'm just telling y'all my thoughts. I think this is a cool off series for Milwaukee. Cincinnati and the Cubbies. Pass. Yankees, Rangers. Yankees, Rangers is tough. Y'all know what I want to say. I want to say this line's disrespectful. I want to say this shit don't make sense. The Yankees overrated, overvalued. I want to say all of those things. I want to say Rangers at plus money is like I have to bet it. But I'm also going to tell y'all the same thing I've told y'all a lot this season about my team is I just don't trust them. I don't trust them. I don't trust my Rangers, bro. I don't. Yankees coming off getting swept by the Marlins. French fries on the mound. This has been an under ballpark. I'm expecting French fries to pitch well. Give me an under here. I think my Rangers win this series. I don't know if they win today. I'm probably going to go on Wednesday, the day game. I really want to, y'all know I attack underdogs, especially home underdogs. My Rangers, through whatever lens you want to look at through, we're still really profitable at home this season. I just got a bad feeling about this game today. Corbin's been my guy. I'm not betting the Yankees. I'm not. But I'm not betting my Rangers either. It would be an under for me here. Chris, what you thinking?
I don't bet hats, but I'll bet you Chick-fil-A on that series. Milwaukee, Atlanta.
Well, look at us, bro. Look at us. We can't never be on the same page.
I know we can't. I think Milwaukee wins it 2-1.
I think Braves win it 2-1.
I think the one that the Braves win, I think it is a 3-game set, right?
I believe so. Let me double check.
What are we doing at Chick-fil-A? That's what I want to know. Like, is it just a
3-game
value
set.
meal? Is it
No,
breakfast,
it's
lunch, and dinner?
No. I'm good to buy Jay what he wants.
All right, so the matchups, we got Fede Priester. We got Joey Wentz, Freddie Peralta. And we got Spencer Strider, Jose Quintana.
That's the one I think.
I think they get this one and game 3. I'm going to give the Brewers game 2.
I think the Brewers win the first 2, and then all of a sudden we're just like, then the hype train argument comes out, and it's just like, Strider puts a halt to that at home. I understand it's Quinn Priester, but I think that's what a lot of people, including myself, thought up until recently was that it's Quinn Priester. It can't be this good. I don't know. The Brewers are backing him up. And what it boils down to for me is that even if Eric Fede sees a pig fly and has a decent start here, the Braves still have the highest bullpen ERA since the All-Star break. So just hard for me to get there. So that's why I'm saying I'll bet you on the series if you want.
We can do it.
All right. Where am I here? Guardians Mets. I'm going with the under. Much like I bashed the Mets, Sean Manaea is still pitching well.
Money Mania.
He is pitching well. Problem is, Slade Cicconi's been pitching well too. And the Guardians still have a decent bullpen, even though, they're maybe not necessarily winning a ton of games. But the Guardians have also been one of the worst teams in baseball against left-handed pitching. So I don't expect many runs scored here. So give me the under. I'm taking the Royals. Bayo has struggled for the better part.
To them boys. You learned something about them boys.
I learned yesterday. Well, granted, okay, in fairness, they looked shit through 7.5 innings.
They did.
They tied the game in the 8th, and then all of a sudden Toronto's bullpen collapsed like a $4 tent in the 10th inning. But no, but I think it's a very similar spot to what the Royals were in yesterday. I think Bayo is a solid arm, but he's had issues at Fenway for the better part of his career, and I think that it's just a little bit too much love after that Houston sweep. So I'll take a shot on Kansas City plus money. Lean towards the Reds. I need to see it from Michael Soroka before I invest any stock in him, even with a new team, because the Cubs bullpen is trash as well.
I haven't watched the rundown. Did y'all tell me? Did Romanelli take the Cubs?
Oh yeah, of course he did.
He loves Soroka.
Yeah, he loves Soroka. He's got a Michael Soroka body pillow. But I don't know. Like I said, it's another one of those things. Even if Soroka has a good start, the Cubs bullpen ERA since the break over 6, and that was what was happening. There's a lot of Soroka starts in Washington. He can pitch well, but he's still giving up a ton of runs. The bullpen was giving up a ton of runs. The only difference here is he has a better offense behind him in Chicago. So I'll lean towards Cincinnati, and I'm gonna lean towards the Yankees here. I just don't know if I can trust the Rangers against one of the better lefties in baseball, and Max Fried. The Yankees' problem has been fielding, which they'll have to deal with here. But again, relief pitching, bullpen. And Fried is a pitcher that can go 7 innings to where that's less of a problem. I think Patrick Corbin's pitching a little bit above his pay grade. So I think the Yankees can get the win here.
How long will that be the sentiment on Patrick Corbin?
For the rest of his career.
No, at least till the end of the year. If he could prove a whole year, I think he'll get a little bit of a break, but he'll have to do it again next year. After next year, you're good.
Say, never mind. I can't even go there. I was going to say my Rangers push for playoffs, but they done pissed me off so bad. I don't even know if I can see it happen. This team made me mad. It's like right here on silver platter for us. If we would just play decent, we would make it. But I don't even know. What are the odds for my Rangers to make the playoffs, Chris?
We're not going there.
What do you think they are? And I'll tell you how close they are, or how close
I'm
you
going
are.
to say 350.
Less.
Ooh. 240.
Less.
Wow. 200.
Less.
160?
Just a bit less.
Wow.
Plus 150.
Wow. I'm not betting that. I'm not betting that. I'm sorry. I don't trust him. I would love for him to do it, but I'm not betting it to happen. Not. Fair.
There is just a massive gap between the teams on the outside and the teams on the inside. So they got the Red Sox at the next shortest odds outside of the Rangers at minus 310. That to me is crazy. I think the Rangers are the only team in that mix that could make the playoffs. The rest of them, Royals, Guardians, Rays, Twins, Angels, Orioles.
I mean, honestly, if y'all want to be completely honest, I think we do make it. I'm gonna say we make it. I'm gonna say them trash ass Yankees fall out, bro. I think they do. Yep. Either the Yankees or Seattle. One of them. If I had to call it, I'm going to say, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Y'all know I just love hating on New York, so that's the team I'm gonna pick on. I'll be that person. Yankees fall out. Rangers in. I'm not betting it still though. And if I were to bet somebody in the American League that I know is at a good plus money price to possibly do it, the Royals. Royals. What's the Royals price?
The Royals to make the playoffs. Where am I here? Come on. I just saw it. Plus 380.
I like the Marlins 2,500 out of all of them. That's where I'm at. Fair. It's gonna be a photo finish. It's gonna be fun. Rangers probably get it. It's a huge series. These teams, they need it. They both need it.
I was hoping to parlay Yankees to miss the playoffs and Marlins to make it. Yankees to miss is plus 475.
Now you're talking my language. That's what I like right there. New York to miss plus 475. Sign me up. I'm gonna bet that after the show.
Any other teams that you're?
Nah, that's really it.
Seattle plus 310 to miss the playoffs.
Nah.
Because would it surprise anyone if they just pulled another Seattle and like stalled offensively?
It wouldn't surprise me at all, but I think without Aaron Judge, this might sound crazy to some. Without Aaron Judge, I think the lineups of Seattle and New York are similar. And I think the pitching advantage for Seattle is out of here. I think the pitching advantage for the Rangers over New York is out of here. And all three of those teams, I don't really trust offensively right now. Rangers, Seattle, or New York. So I'm pulling needles on what I like most about those three teams. And I like the pitching staffs for the Rangers and Seattle tenfold than I do for New York. So Evaldi's on his shit. He just won player of the month. Oh my God. We already know about Mr. DeGrom. Corbin's been serviceable, So the bullpen's been really good. The Yankees, we trust them offensively, but without the lead man, 475, how long is he supposed to be out?
Aaron Judge?
Yeah.
Probably another couple days.
He come back playing like some shit. They still not in good rhythm. Yep.
They were struggling with him in the lineup.
No. Keep it rolling, though. We got your boys. They're on the road. They're in the Rockies. They're in Denver. Huge favorites in this one, minus 215. We got the Angels and the Rays. This is Kikuchi versus Hauser. We got the Diamondbacks and the Padres. Brandon Pfaadt starting for the Diamondbacks, and Mama That Man. Still hurts to see him in a different jersey, but Mama That Man making his Padres debut. J.P. Sears. And last game of the night, we got the Cardinals and the Dodgers. Sonny Gray versus Glasnow. Somebody needs to get in contact with JP and tell him I'm his biggest fan and I need like a signed jersey or something. I gotta be the biggest fan on the planet. I just have to be. I don't think there's anybody that's gonna, I gotta be the biggest JP Sears fan in the fan club. Who knows? Am I first here in this slot? I think I am.
You are.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna be long. I ain't gonna talk our ear off. Lean towards the Monstars. Don't trust the Cardinals on the road. Sonny Gray's been good, but I don't think it's good enough to go toe-to-toe with Glasnow and the Monstars. Don't love the price, but it would be Dodgers for me. Probably I could talk myself onto a Dodgers-Phillies two-team ugly parlay if you just want to bet this team tonight. I do think they win this game. So that's the way I lean. I told y'all the other day, man. The sad part about JP Sears leaving the Athletics is the reason I love JP. The same reason I love the Blackburn is because we just got so much value with my guy when he was on the mound. He was almost a dog every single time, and he was a plus money demon. Now with the Padres, very rarely will he be a dog now, bro. We're gonna be laying juice with JP. Ew, what? Laying juice with JP, bro, is nasty. But I'm doing it. Shout out San Diego. I'm on the Padres. Don't love it. Not a premium style play. But I do think they win that game. And that's all for me really here. Blue Jays should beat the crap out of the Rockies. No value in betting it, though. And Angels Rays. I think the Angels favored over Tampa speaks volume. But that's not a series I'm in love with, so I'm cool. Chris, how you feeling to close out today?
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the under in that Angels Rays game. You have two teams that in their last 10 games, both hitting below 200 against the starting pitchers. And I guess you could say the Rays are hitting under 200 against lefties, Angels hitting under 200 against righties. Hauser was the bright spot in that White Sox rotation. And I think he can carry that into Tampa Bay. But Yusei Kikuchi's been really solid at home this season. So for me, under 8.5 is the play there. Where am I? Damn, lost my spot. Talking about all these odds. Oh, and I like the Dodgers on the run line. I can't back the Cardinals to begin with, and even then, Sonny Gray has been better at home, but less effective on the road. So I'm going to roll with the Dodgers -1.5.
The Monsters.
Like somebody checked in.
The path you plan to financial freedom.
What? Talk.
We don't bet the Dodgers if they're a favorite.
Thank you for that. We know. Anything else that you have to share with wisdom with us?
Can you
Nothing you haven't heard before.
any thoughts on the Marlins today? Any thoughts on the Marlins today?
Yeah, fade them. They're garbage favorite. You know, they're 5-8 as a favorite, 48-46 as a dog.
Yeah.
Oh Lord,
Fair. From the path you plan.
meaningless number.
Kosty, how you feeling to close out the day, my man?
I don't love this slot, but I'm with you as well, Chris, with the Padres. The thing is, I think finally Sears is open. It's been closed the last 3-4 times. I've tried to go on in and get some appliances, but it's open today. New team against Arizona team that's been struggling to score runs. They're predominantly been an under team over the last 10 games. I just trust San Diego here, the hotter team. Fott has been a disaster all year, not like the Fott we knew from previous years. I think the San Diego lineup gets to him. They've been hitting righties really well, and Arizona struggled against lefties. It just all lines up here. Again, I don't love it, but a short favorite on the road with San Diego, I'll take that price.
Fair enough, y'all. That's it. That's all. We did it. Took us a little long today. We talked about a lot, though. It was a pretty informative episode. Money Making Monday. Our favorite plays are over at PickDawgz Premium. Y'all know that. That's, the plays we love the most, the plays we personally have the most money on. Franchise player, Chris Ruffalo. What you got over at PickDawgz Premium today?
It's true.
Got my MLB pickoff play. It's my favorite Major League Baseball bet on the board. Starting the week strong. I also got my Monday MLB Moneyball 3-pack. We're going 3-0 today. I'm already locking it in. Yeah, see, there you go. We're locking it in today. We're going 3-0. So make sure that you jump on board with that. Pair me up with Jay. New month. We're heading into football season, so it's a great time to jump on something long term. But yeah, remember to use that promo code PICK at checkout. Get 15% off your purchase.
Whoop,
All
whoop.
aboard.
Lord.
Man, y'all better get on with the franchise, man. Continue to kick the crap out of the books.
You guys got to have the train music when you bring that up. You got to come.
Now, you're right.
I just realized
this
Eric
week-
looks like
This week, I'm getting my
Gandalf.
sample. I'm getting
No.
my sample together this week. I'm doing that.
you got
It
it.
said the
Eric, you got to
gambling
put the sunglasses
Gandalf.
back on for the side by side.
Do the sunglasses, Eric. Put them back on.
Anyone who reads the comics in the newspaper,
That was great.
I had to. Sorry.
All right, tell them what we have for sale.
There you go.
24 and 23, the last 47, up 11 and a half units betting dogs. Just reach out to me, hit the dime club at pickdawgz.com. As I say every week, we bark to the bank.
Hop on with Safer Syndicate Group.
Dime Club, Yangle, Big Al's All Access. We got a product for everyone. If you could afford it.
Kyle?
Not for everyone.
What's the number?
The number is right on the site. It's a direct line because it goes all through corporate here. Doesn't go to our personal cell phones. But the number is, do you know your number, Eric?
443-957-1006.
There
Of
you
course
go.
I know my number.
There you go. I don't even know.
443-957-1006. Do I know?
8675309.
There you go.
867-309. It's a song.
Hop on
Sing
with the guys, man. Football coming up. Great time. And still a lot of baseball left. You know, the college football on the horizon, NFL on the horizon. With more sports coming back, these are guys you want to have in your back pocket. Volume. They love volume. And
21 days to college football.
There you go. Yeah, I have one. If you have a key, I could put it in the lock. It's the only lock I have.
For me today, I got a smaller card today. Off an 0-2 day yesterday. I'm looking for a bounce back. I got my $19, or not $19, but I got my Major League Baseball play of the day. We are 11-5 last 16 on that play. I had the Tigers last night. They lost. Tightly contested game. They were in it. They just didn't pull it off for us. That plus money happens. We'll get back on track. I've been attacking dogs. We've been really profitable doing so. We're doing so again today. So if you want a dog that I really believe in, a dog that we've been cashing, or not a dog that we've been cashing, but since we've been cashing dogs, you want to hop on somebody who's been cashing them, hop on with me. I got one for y'all today. You can scoop it up over at PickDawgz Premium. I might have another one in there for my long-term folk. Y'all know me, been going really light here of recent, been treating me well, so it's kind of the game plan. Well, my volume will start to pick up more and more here soon. WNBA will be back tomorrow, and then we'll have some preseason in there for y'all. So my volume picking up soon. Hop on with me. The units are there. Last 90, last 60, last 30, last 7, I believe. Just not 24. So we'll get back on track today. Money making Monday. New week, new goals, new opportunities. Parlay time. Parlay. Franchise, what you got for me?
Let's go with the Yankees. Let's go with the under in Rays Angels and the under in Orioles Phillies.
Kosty.
3-team underdog parlay. We'll go Houston, Baltimore, Tampa Bay.
I'll go with the Rangers, Atlanta Braves, and can't believe I'm putting this team in there. Nah, I can't do that. I can't do that. We'll do Royals. Royals. Three dogs. I was finna say Orioles. I mean, I was finna say Giants behind Verlander, but I can't do that. I can't. So we'll keep it simple. Money making Monday, though, ladies and gentlemen. Chris, Kosty, any final words before we get out of here for the day?
Make it a winning day.
Fair enough. Try to be more professional tomorrow.
What he said.
Tomorrow, I believe, is me, Chris, Brad, and Brian will be on the show tomorrow.
Whoa.
Oh.
What?
Biddler.
Weekday Biddler? Does he still look the same on the weekdays or no?
Hasn't been a weekday Biddler here on the Pick Dawgz morning show in quite some time. He is an OG morning show member. I remember before I was even on the morning show watching Biddler on the morning show. He makes his weekday return tomorrow. So 4-man booth tomorrow, man. Be here, be square, be on the lookout for it. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know. Make it a winning day. Aloha. We hope.